Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, all I need to say is that we want to clear the dictionary. So I just need to say we need to clear the dictionary once. I'm trying to think, maybe there's an input or something that I can put there. I can make an input to say, okay, we have, we're going to run this once. And that the input starts off at false every time. Or maybe only on certain days. On certain date, you know, at the... Yeah, I could do that. I could say like maybe once a week, it'll clear the dictionary and upload the new information. I could do that. But you know what? I turned this computer off. I'm pretty sure that I thought that the global dictionary would not save across new initializations. Like when you close the chart or when you close the platform down and you open it back up, I didn't think global dictionary information would be there. But it looks like it is. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's just do it once. So we're just going to say we'll do it right here. We're just going to do this once. And I got to figure out if there's another way that I can, like I said, have this done without me having to come into the program to do it. So once we're going to dnews.clear. All right, so object reference not set to the instance of an object. Oh, that's because we initialized it right here. So we need to put it right here. All right, so we did that. Get this out of here. Okay, now we can go back and turn this back on. Okay, and now you see it's updated, right? So we have the notes. But like I said, I really don't need the word notes in there. So I will take out the word notes. Use, yeah, I'll take out the word notes. Redeclare it. Okay. All right. Good deal. All right. So now we have all the information. So not only do we have whether or not it's a red folder or an orange folder, we also have a short little blurb about it, and that came from our Excel file, which I then copied and pasted to our, where's my stuff? To our text file. Where is this? Is a 5-minute time frame. Get out of here. Save. All right, because I made another script. I made another script yesterday, but I don't see it on this chart. So yeah, I was getting busy yesterday. All right, check this out. High probability long. High probability long. High probability longs down here. Moved up. Okay, so this is what I was looking at. So these are the notes I took yesterday, and I was looking. Specifically, like I said, this is for Friday, but you know, can it apply? Sure. So, and I do need to put together like a wedge. I was challenged to do that, and I still have to put that together. But when price, I was looking for an aggressive move and a rejection, and then I was looking for price to come over. Let me do it with a little thicker. Let's do it with a highlighter. Okay, so I was looking for a move up, right? And then I was looking for an aggression, a little bit of aggression there, and then the price to move over that aggression, come down, make a box, right? And then come down below it, and then come above it, and then come back down to that box. Now the box is the main thing there, right? So whether or not it went above, below it, or just went straight above it, either way, the box was made after this kind of hardcore rejection. And so once we come above it and we come down, now we have another hardcore rejection. Now you want to take that entry. So again, that box is key. So yesterday I was working on a script to make the box. All right. So in working on the script to make the box, I came up with a script that would, this is what the script looks like. Okay, so it's not a very complex script. This is what it looks like. So we got a couple methods here, 1, 2, 3 methods. And one of the things I want to do is have a threshold, so a number of bars. And if there is a overlap from one bar to the next, and this is something new that I did as well, because like normally I might use a while statement, while X is less than box 2 threshold, and while the condition is still true, while the overlap condition is still true, we wanted to check to see if there was an overlap greater than 50% from, you know, one bar to the, or from the current bar to the prior bar. So we're comparing the current bar to the bar before it, and if we do have a overlap condition being met, then, and the price is over the 200 period moving average, and the, you know, a couple other conditions there, then we want to use that bar. That bar will be the signal bar to say, hey, those last 4 bars met the condition. And so then we want to take the lowest of that bar and the highest, the lowest of that range and the highest of that range. And by range, I mean the number of overlapping bars that we're looking for. So out of those 3 bars, what's the highest of the bar, what's the lowest of the bar? And we're going to draw a rectangle around that. Not only are we going to do that, but we're also going to save the values of the high range and save the values of the low range. And once we save those values for the high range and the low range, if the, I think I did something like, if the price crosses under the low, then we're just going to scratch the whole thing. And so like here, when the, you know, price came down below the box, we're like, all right, scratch it. Right now, you could use that as a potential for a short, but that's not the strategy that I was looking up. So I was just looking for the longs. But so I was looking for price to come over the box, come back down, have an aggressive rejection, which like this did here, right? It came up over it, came back down, had a rejection, but it crossed below it first. So yes, this could have been a potential entry, because this box kind of made it valid. But and you can see it was still, you know, definitely bearish through there. I mean, it just really moved down. But because it broke through there first, I said it's not valid. All right, and with that, putting all those together, this is the performance that I got out of this specific script. If there's a easier way to, so we got a high probability long there. Again, here's your box here. It comes up above it and then has a it's either got to have a large bottom wick down through into the range and then back up, or it's got to have a down into the range and back up. Okay, and so this satisfied one of the criteria. All right, and then we keep it moving. All right, we got high probability longs there again. All right, here and here. Yes, it moved up. Here's your box here. Came down, down and up, down ups. Like I said, there it crossed below the box, so we didn't use that as anything valid. There you see the box was initiated, but there was an immediate sell-off after it, so it's not. So it's giving you an entry idea. I don't know how to say it. It's giving you a potential setup, but you don't get the entry candle. And so here it just kind of moved up. Now this would have been what we were looking for, right? So where it moved up, came down, had that rejection there, and then it just moved on up. But because it didn't tap into this zone, I mean, it was like a tick off, right? From there to there. Because it didn't tap into that zone, we ixnated. And I'm only holding the most recent box values. I'm not holding the box before it. I'm not holding the box before it. Now I could hold that and store that information in a vector or in a dictionary, but I'm not. So it was only holding these values. And this was the top of the line. And these rejection candles did not quite tap that. So that would have been one that you would have just traded at your discretion, right? You say, hey, close enough. Okay, that's that one. There again, you got some potential setups, but the entry candle never showed up. All right, and then here, I think these were just drawings that I did from before. Yeah, see, these boxes are not locked. This one is locked. This is a potential setup, but it crossed below it, so it didn't give us an entry. This also was a potential setup, didn't give us an entry. Similar here. I think this one didn't give us an entry because this crossed below, and so it invalidated this box. I mean, it was a nice rejection, but it invalidated it. So, and I mean, this is crazy. This is a high amount of overlap and volatility. If you wanted to get in on that, I mean, good luck, right? So, looking for higher probability and lower risk trades. So there's not a ton of these that come up, but like I said, I've got most of these that have come up have been pretty good. And I've got other scripts that I can kind of rely on as well. All right, so you got the box here. Yeah, so maybe crossing below it wasn't one of the exit criteria. You know what? I think it was that the 9 has to cross below. You know what? And I see why this one still showed up as valid. I think the 9 had to cross below the 15 period moving average, and that would make it invalid. But you see here, after this setup happened, the 9 stayed below the 15, so it didn't actually have a chance to cross below it. So then that gave us an entry there. And I mean, but these wicks are crazy here. But like I said, you would have got in here, and if you had stayed in here, you were protected because it never came down below it anyway. And that would have been a crazy move from 52 up to, sheesh, 115, 50 points on ES. That's crazy. Couple of setups, but no entries. Setups, no entries. Setups, no entries. And like I say, I mean, the setups, no entries still gives you an opportunity to say, hey, you know what? If I don't want to enter on something, you know, much higher probability, and I want to take a chance on this candle here, then let me take a chance. So, but it's going against what I've kind of coded and filtered out. That's a nice box with a nice move up. High probability long. Let's see, how do these relate? Yeah, so even if you had got in here, no, I guess it would have been, you know what? I think it's calling for this one, but you might have got stopped out here. Or, I mean, your stop probably would have been down here. It looks like it maybe either took you out by one tick, and you probably should have had it one tick below it anyway. Yeah, this one was a sketchy one here. Plus, you're coming in toward the end of the day, so yeah, well, went one or two ticks below it. Again, nothing is 100%, but and this one didn't do well. This is, I mean, that other one was sketchy. This one here, you know, definitely, to me, I'd consider this one a failure. But let's see, that's at 325. I mean, it did move up. You know, it would certainly give you time to move your stop up to break even. But that one looks like the worst of all of them. This one isn't great here. Nah. Yeah, again, coming in right at the end of the day, though. Same as the other day, about 325. This one came in at 350. So maybe there's another filter or something I need to put on this one. Okay, those are all good. Those are good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I mean, out of, I don't know, 20, there were what, 3 of them that didn't work. So that's still not bad odds considering the risk to reward that it leaves on the table. And again, nothing's gonna be 100%. You know, I wish it was, but okay. So that's all I had for a bit of a review for what I worked on yesterday, and like I said, the news candles, the news bars, plotting the news bars, and that new kind of higher probability long. I need to add the higher probability long onto this chart, onto the 5-minute time frame. Consolidating box. I already have it on here. Alright, well, which one is on? Same as underlined data. That's what we want to keep. Take this one off. Okay, so it's already on here, but how come it didn't show up? I don't see anything saying consolidate. Okay, higher probability long. There it is. Okay, so it's on this chart as well. Okay. I don't really have anything else to code for today, so pretty much like I said, I'll look at the charts every day and try to come up with something. It is getting easier for me to code some of these things out, though. There's nothing that I really want to do right now, so. All right, I'm gonna see. Is there something already for wedges? No, I'm gonna turn the sound off, put my music on, and just kind of code around for 15 to 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna hop off. All right, guys, I'm so done right now. I'm about to take a break. My values are not off by much. I still don't know exactly why it's off by 1. Let's see, -1. Oh, this needs to be -1. Span -1. Okay. I feel it looks like it needs to be minus another one. Span of 1 ago. Yes. What is that? I think I know why. I have to wrap my head around it, but that number has got to be an extra 1 because we're looking at 6 bars worth of data instead of 5 bars worth of data. That's right. We can't declare. Excuse me. Yeah, we're looking over 6 bars of data. So I guess on the 6th bar, we're declaring it a swing low instead of the 5th bar. So we have to add that extra 1 to this range. And I know at times when I've worked with trend lines before, it's always been off by 1 or so, and I never really took the time to see why. But I've been fooling with this for about 30 minutes, just sitting here and looking at this and changing things around and looking at it and saying, well, all my numbers are the same and I don't really get it. But look at this 15-second time frame ES. You see everything is lining up. The swing low is lining up with the swing low. The swing low is lining up with the swing low. But when I go over to the random scripts on the same 15-second time frame, everything is off. Look, this is in the middle of nowhere. This is in the middle of nowhere. And I'm sitting here just looking at it and I'm like, you know what? I wonder if it has something to do with the fact that I have 2 data sets. You know what? I bet this is referencing the second data set. Watch this. Modify this. General. No, it says it's on the 15-second data set. But I think the fact that I have the 15-minute time frame behind it, it's messing with the max bars back setting. It's messing with the max bars back setting, and it's throwing these values off. So, matter of fact, I'm 99% certain that that's what the issue is. But like I said, when I come over here on a fresh chart, 15-second time frame, I can change it to any time frame, and it's gonna be on the at the actual place it's supposed to be. So, I was supposed to be doing something else with this, but I've expended way too much mental capital on trying to fix something that was not broken. But now I need to really try to remember that having multiple data streams on a particular chart can affect your drawings when you're using max bars back and that kind of thing. So I've got to go and process this information, and then I can come back. Yeah, because I had this done fairly quickly. Really quickly. But because because the max bars back setting was off, it just kept throwing it off. So, I don't know what to tell you. The path to programming is it's not a straight line. It's a lot of curves. I haven't even had coffee today, so let me get out of here, go get some coffee or something. And yeah, I wish we could have got through some actual the rest of the coding. So probably what I was going to do is, once I got that, I'd make a top line for it for the if it plotted the bottom line, then plot a then if we also had we'd do a count if, and so if we had X number of swing highs within that same range, then we would also plot a line at the top, and then that would give us a wedge structure. And then we could go as far as saying, all right, well, the slope of the line has to be X compared to the slope of the first line, and then that could tell us whether or not we have a wedge coming in, you know, whatever the direction is, the shape is. So there's other stuff that we could do. There's other fun stuff we could do, but you got to get through the basic stuff. So, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But that's all right. We'll get them later. We'll get them next time. We'll get them next time. All right, so that's what happens when you extend the line to the right. And then we had something, I forget what it was, but we could limit the number of drawing objects. So if drawing object drawing objects.items, I don't know what a trend line was, enumeration. Trend line, we'll put 3. Dot count is greater than 6. Then I think we can do drawing object dot. It wasn't delete. Dot erase. No. Yeah, I think it's drawing object. Drawing objects dot. There it is. That's what I had the first time. Okay. Dot delete. I think something like that. Not sure where the parentheses goes. I forget what that syntax was. I don't do a lot of deleting of objects, but I should do more. And delete drawing. Oh, it was okay. So it was the same thing. It was drawing object. Then delete drawing objects of 3 dot at 0 as type. It wasn't as type trend line, it was as type drawing object, which is kind of weird because you'd think it'd be trend line. So once I did that, right, so now we're only getting 6 or so, whatever our number was, 6. Okay, yeah, drawing objects. Drawing objects dot items, that is the collection, and that's the enumeration. Then drawing objects dot delete drawing objects and that collection dot at as type draw object. I wonder could I do it as type trend line? No, I couldn't because this is saying that it's a trend line. Oh, that did work. Okay. All right, go ahead with your bad self. All right, cool. Well, so anyway, we're still making gains. We're still learning things, and yeah, keep adding to the pot. Keep adding to the pot. All right, guys. This has been me. I'm Eric. I'm out. Peace.